You're sleeping on My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now obviously this is one of the big anime of a season, even though it's kinda ranking not as high as some of the others, say on my anime list in terms of viewers, but for whatever reason I haven't seen all that much discussion about it. I've seen some here and there, but appropriately so, following underground heroes in the world of My Hero Academia, this might be a bit of a sleeper. Now I love My Hero Academia, the main series, and I was really looking forward to Vigilantes. It is taking place in the same world, and I was really interested to be following something as it comes out. I didn't get into My Hero Academia until like Season 2. So after about 5 episodes of Vigilantes, yeah, I really do like it. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's better than the main series. There are genuinely some things I think it does better, and of course comparatively Academia does some things better, but somehow Vigilantes feels like a fresh take even though it is drawing a lot from pre-established tropes. For one thing, the visuals are pretty different. It is the same studio, though it has a different director, but there are some subtle choices like the thicker line art, and some less subtle choices like the big ol' onomatopoeia appearing everywhere that make it feel a lot more like a comic book, and I think those are for the better. Again, Academia does kind of capture a lot of that already, but I think leading into it even more, especially with things like the visuals in the opening, Vigilantes really does step into the inspiration, while solidly establishing that this is similar to the main series but very different. And I don't want to be comparing it to the main series all that much in this video, but I will say that Vigilantes is kind of the perfect palate cleanser after the huge events of the last season and then, you know, what's going to be going on in the final season later this year, and even with Western superhero movies all just being about like giant stakes, pulling things back and starting things at the street level with some illegal heroes is a great idea. There's a lot of scrappiness of the first season of Academia that I kind of miss, and we're kind of getting a lot of that back here in Vigilantes. I don't doubt that this one is going to get really big and crazy by the end, but for now kind of establishing that this is a setting and the feeling, nighttime heroes, and again the opening just really sets the vibe perfectly. So yeah, those are the basic thoughts of it. That's why I was really interested in seeing a lot of the trailers and of course the first episode, but now that we're about 5 episodes deep, this is something that I would really genuinely recommend, because if you do like My Hero Academia, Vigilantes really does work well as a spin-off, existing in the same world and bringing in some characters that we know and love while really expanding the world building and creating brand new characters that fit in perfectly. So yeah, about those characters, we follow Koichi Hamawari, a college student and part-time worker who is not a superhero. He does have a quirk, because that is the cool thing about this world, is that basically everybody has some kind of quirk, but not everybody is a hero. While he did have dreams of being a hero, that was kind of put on pause by life and other circumstances, and on top of that his quirk doesn't seem amazing, that being slide and glide. It allows him to glide across flat surfaces. So again, I think it really does build that contrast. We know for sure that you can do a lot with any kind of quirk as long as you train it and utilize it in a cool way, but already we're presented with somebody who is at a low point, and on top of that, has to be lower than everybody else in order to use his ability. Genius. By night, he acts like a superhero, mostly just giving directions and cleaning out trash, very much taking inspiration from real-life superheroes. Well, you know, they're people who dress up in costumes and try to help out their community. That's a really cool thing, and I think it's neat that he gets a shout-out here with Koichi basically doing the same thing, but immediately he's kind of thrust into hero work, specifically because he teams up with Knuckle Duster, who is a lot like a Batman, Big Daddy kind of dude, a pure vigilante with the philosophy of beating people up and asking questions later, and immediately we're kind of set off into the plot with a conspiracy of a drug on the street trigger that enhances quirks. The fun thing is that even though this is something that appears in the main series, technically it was apparently introduced here first. So again, just really something that makes these worlds feel connected, but kind of like two parallel streets running alongside each other. And yeah, I really do like Knuckle Duster. He has no quirk, but he's able to fight alongside everybody else just fine, in fact better than some other people. The pure strength of being a big strong guy. In my episodic reviews, I kind of mentioned that he is a lot like the Batman to All Might Superman, and so that basic comparison really does set things up. But yeah, he's great and I really love having him here. And the last main character is Popstep. Her quirk is that she can jump really high and land safely as long as she jumps, and she isn't really concerned with being a superhero, but technically she is still doing something illegal by putting on guerrilla concerts here and there. And so I do like this idea because it does kind of lean into the flashiness of superheroes, or at least the public image that they're supposed to have that we get a taste of in the main series, but still makes it fit in with Vigilantes. So the 3 of them being our main characters is really neat, and again, you know, they don't have really flashy superpowers. One guy slides really fast, the girl jumps, and then the biggest guy just has no powers. And I know that the main series does highlight unconventional quirks, but the fact that the main character has super strength and then gets like, what, a bunch more superpowers after that? Yeah, like I said, I shouldn't compare it too much, but it's on the mind, it's inevitable. But again, in the same way that multiple superheroes can exist under one comic book label, both of these can coexist. But yeah, the funny thing is that even though we have other anime very inspired by Western superheroes or just superheroes in general, Vigilantes still kind of does feel like it's doing something different, in the sense that it still has this positive vibe, but goes into things that are a little less glamorous, not necessarily shying away from the dark side that we did get a taste of here and there, but seems like it's going to be highlighted in this upcoming arc. So yeah, just from the first 5 episodes, again, I'm in anime only, but I really do want to catch up on the manga so that I'll be ready for future seasons should we get some. And yeah, I'm really hoping we do get some, I'm pretty sure. So far, it really has everything that I was hoping for. A return to form of the scrappy and gritty beginnings of becoming a hero in the city, some great action sequences, heartfelt moments, and a very cool style. I just might say this could end up being one of my favorite anime this year. I think it really will have something for everyone. For My Hero Academia fans, yes, this is just more My Hero Academia. Obviously not having the exact same main characters, and having a different setup and other slight little differences here and there, but still more of it. And for people who didn't like My Hero Academia or might have gripes with it, there's a good chance that Vigilantes will give you some of what you're looking for. The manga series is finished and there's a good amount to go, but I think it was a really good idea to start it now. I'm really liking the themes as well. It's a lot about stepping up to be a hero. No need to get into school or get recognized by the right person. Just jump right in and be a hero now. Do what you can and start small, and make an impact on people to inspire them to help out as well. But even if you don't recognize your true potential, the people that you connect with will see it and bring it out in you. Maybe right now you feel like you're just crawling, but deep inside you have the potential to truly fly. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you watched My Hero Academia Vigilantes? And what do you think about it? Are you looking forward to even more in the future? And hey, do you have any other recommendations or just whatever else? Leave a comment, please. This is my first video like this on the channel, so let me know what you think. These won't be super frequent. For the most part, I think the mainstay is going to be the YouTube shorts that are the reviews of each episode, and other things here and there. And then obviously when we move on to the next season of anime, I'll be talking about some other shows that I'm interested in. But when it comes to these little think pieces here that, for the most part, they're unscripted, I have an outline here and there, those might be roughly every 2 weeks. So if you want to stick around for even more of that, you can subscribe and join me for even more late night vibes. Anyway, this is Gatorex, and I'll catch you all later.